bing, 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 bing.
Bum, 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 bum.
I think there's a sniper about.
That's not what snipers. That's not a noise snipers make.
In the caves, you hear.
It's the dogs, the wolves, the wild
Yeah,
dogs.
I know. Her name is Sniper Wolf.
It's just the girl going, ooh, Liquid, I'm gonna get him with this one.
But she has pet wolves. You see them.
But inexplicably, Meryl was just fine with
The Raven guys just go, tweet, 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 tweet.
The octopus guys just go.
I realised what the character animation reminded me of. Look, it's part 2, by the way.
Hello.
I remembered what the character animation reminded me of when the character starts speaking to it. It reminds me of like old Halo machinimas when we're like, sir,
Oh yeah.
we need to find the bathroom. It looked like that when they speak to each other.
It's all like done in engine though. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's all
There's
no,
no-
It's in
It's
engine,
no pre-rendered cutscenes.
Well, I think the pre-rendered cutscenes are when like the lab and the dogs.
Oh, okay. So we're skipping ahead there, but the FMV video is so weirdly chosen in this game. It's like, why? What was the point of that?
Anyway,
like Otacon explaining like the impacts of war when you first meet him. It's like flashbacks like Hiroshima. Okay.
Meryl goes, could there be wolves here? Even though she can clearly hear wolves howling through the cave.
I'll take point. Then runs away.
and Snake gives some vague backstory of like, I used to be a musher. And it's like, did you? What? Why?
I'm calling bullshit on that one. On that one, David.
David. Well, there's a trivia about.
Well.
Voice actors.
David
What?
Hayter.
Actually, no.
It's not.
His name doesn't even hate her at all. It was a coincidence. We'll get into that.
Yeah, but also, what a downgrade. Oh, my name's Snake too. My name's David.
Yeah. The wolves are actually smarter than the guards, though. I found that if you crawl onto a thing, they'll wait there for you. They won't just forget that you're there.
That's my guess. It's the wolves. It's not the wolves.
It's not the wolves. If you use the box, you can just sneak past all the wolves.
Yeah,
they just don't know you're there if you're in the box.
When you meet Meryl with the dog, if you hit Meryl, then go into a cardboard box. For some reason, the wolf will piss on you, and then they will not attack you for the rest of the game.
Fair enough. It's because you got the pheromones now.
Yeah. But I don't know how to say it.
Meryl, I know the wolf piss on me. It's because of the pheromones, I swear.
In canon, Snake has to go push to Meryl. What are you doing?
The cat just launched stuff at the wall.
Genuinely about a 2-meter jump.
It's good. It's practically the Olympics.
What are you doing? Anyway.
Meryl knows where the mine. When we get to the end of the caves, Meryl knows where the mines are because she saw into Psycho Mancester's mind when Psycho Manchester was controlling her, and it's like that feels like bullshit.
I really like the mine bit. Why was it only 5 seconds long?
Yeah, and also it's actually quite forgiving of if you follow that path and go off like track enough, the mines don't get you. There's only one mine.
If you crawl, they will not detonate.
Oh,
Pick them
okay.
up.
Okay, alright, I didn't know that.
That's all I do. I just don't even follow the path. I just beelined it.
Right, fair enough. The first thing Sniper Wolf does when in the cutscene is look at Meryl's ass before shooting her.
She shoots her
in the pussy.
3 times.
Shoots her in the pussy.
Yeah. But it's but the cutscene starts with the scope on her ass, and then Meryl turns around.
I just think it's wild that Meryl gets shot 3 times and is fine.
Well, is she?
Yeah.
She's fine.
She's not.
She's not for you.
She's fucking dead.
She's fine at that point.
So you get the Sniper Wolf boss fight whilst Meryl is dying.
Well, you
on
have
the
to
floor.
go back to get the PS.
Yeah. You have to, and it's like, Snake, there's a sniper in the basement next to Roticon. I have to go right back there for fuck's sake. I hated the backtracking a little bit, to be honest. It was a little bit.
I like it later on.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
It's better later on.
I like it later on.
This is the worst time it backtracks.
Yeah.
I wish it was kind of you had the sniper rifle in that armory anyway.
And whilst you're getting the sniper, you just leave her there bleeding on the floor.
Yep. She's dead.
She's dead.
Any other film, game, TV show, that woman is dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Any other form of media, including reality, She's dead.
But once you return with the sniper, the PSG-1, you I found it.
I'm just gonna Google so I just thought of something. Keep talking.
Where can I buy a PSG-1?
You got a back.
That's what I'm. I just want to.
Is it actually called a PSG-1? Is that what
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I was just making sure there's a weapon which I think is very similar, which is an It's a 5 meter long anti-tank rifle, and it's very much sounds like that. I just wanted to know if it was similar. It's not.
Even
Continue,
with the diazepam, the sniper controls are fucking awful. I really hate the sniper.
I didn't mind that one there. My only issue was when you get shot, you turn 90 degrees the other way.
And you have to basically stare at pixels until you not really knowing where you are until you eventually see something.
I just got up, laid back down again.
Yeah, and by
sniping is. I'm not. This is one of my least favourite boss fights in the game.
Yeah, it's actually probably my least favourite boss fight in the game. I hated it.
It's just a bit clunky.
And admittedly, the first few tries I didn't know about the diazepam, but then
I knew about that. It helps a little bit. But it's when you're aiming, your scope doesn't move everywhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I get that.
It's the equivalent of holding your breath.
Yeah.
I've written here, fuck this, actually rage quit. Actually rage quit this boss fight.
It is quite annoying. I had to do it on a fresh session.
I think I didn't mind this. I think it was alright. I didn't like it, but I didn't struggle on it.
But after the boss fight, we noticed that Meryl is gone. There's just blood on the floor. She's gone. And then Snake gets caught very easily by just walking up to a door and have guns pointed at him.
Again, he's the worst spy.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the best of the best.
He's shit. No, he's shit.
He's not the best.
I was reading one of your notes, Jack, that you sent to me when we did the first part, of this is supposed to be a secret mission, but he's making so much noise. It's just so secret. Shit. They know he's there pretty much immediately.
All of the guards in that whole operation know he is there. Just launch it.
Just
Honestly,
launch it.
just launch it.
Yeah, I want the bad guys to win.
So yes, Sniper Wolf catches. It's a girl, a female sniper.
A female sniper? Didn't you know that half the snipers in the world are females? It's like, okay,
I don't know if that is true.
I don't know. But then I was listening to a bit of trivia. There was I think it was an episode because there was an episode of Did You Know Gaming. David Hayter was actually doing the voiceover for it, and I believe he actually says in this scene, Snake clearly gets a look at Sniper Wolf's tits. It's okay, that's a bit of a weird fact.
Sorry, David. Okay.
That's just a bit of his flair.
Yeah, he loves it.
It's canon now because he said it.
I mean, it happened. Let's be honest.
Snake is captured, and we finally meet Liquid Snake, who confirms that he is a clone.
Yeah,
of a man.
Not that he can fucking look at you. They look exactly the same.
Yeah, of a man called Big Boss, who at this point we just get kind of dumped on us. We don't know we have no concept of who Big Boss is, but we just kind of we just say Big Boss is this guy. He's this blah blah blah. Blah.
It's like Metal Gear 1 and 2.
It might be
2D ones. I don't think.
I don't know. But I know that it's that stuff with Grey Fox. That's all supposed to be from the first.
That'd be the first ones. Yeah.
I don't think I think Big Boss is introduced in this game. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's just we just kind of hear about this guy who we never see or really know at all.
Yeah.
So
this is going to become a recurring theme throughout the game.
Oh yeah,
just
all of
stuff,
the games is what I would say.
Random stuff getting dumped.
Things just happen.
I'm just reading this note again for the first time since writing it, and I realise now that right at the end of the game, Liquid Snake suggests that there might be a spy amongst them. And I think that's pretty cool. I think because at the end of the game you get that phone call, don't you, with Mr. Ocelot. Yeah, I can remember if it was Ocelot.
I could tell.
Yeah. All the villains are hanging around, just talking while Snake is chained up. Reminds me of Batman 1966, where Joker, Penguin, Catwoman, and Riddler are just hanging out on a submarine. That's a great bit of that film though, where they're all just hanging out. They're not doing it. They're just talking. We're villains. We're all just hanging out. Despite torturing you, Ocelot seems somewhat trustworthy. I feel he knows something that everyone does not, and secretly doing his own thing, which turns out to be true, I guess.
Peter, how well did you resist torture?
Oh, I didn't. I immediately gave up.
Gave up.
Basically, I wanted to see what happened.
He just tickled you.
I was.
I submit. I submit.
Oh God, make him stop!
The hardest guy, emotionless guy. I submit.
Well, Ocelot's calls me human in the end. He goes, "Well, you are still human after all." Don't even think about using auto fire. Oh no, auto fire was the thing on the PlayStation.
Apparently, this used to be a lot harder in the original games. Like the button mashing, you'd have to genuinely fuck your controller.
Right. Okay.
I think they made it easier in this version that we.
Reminds me
I
of-
could be wrong, but
Reminds me of Mario Party, where people genuinely got injuries from doing that
yeah.
with their controller.
Apparently, it was genuinely hard to resist torture.
Yeah.
It's not that
I tried not doing anything and just let Ocelot kill me. Game over, but no continue. It's only to exit back to the title screen. Had to redo the sniperable boss fight.
serves you right.
He does say that though.
He does say no continues, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The game just ends. You could just end the game there.
And you did. You
Yeah.
didn't actually see any of the rest.
Yeah, and then I quit the game and then we didn't play anymore. And then, sorry, final rankings. Yeah, I tried to switch to torture straight away. The torture will stop as promised. I hope you can still look in the mirror, my friend. Speculation. I reckon it doesn't make a difference and Meryl escapes somehow. Turns out no.
Meryl was fine.
The corpse of the DARPA chief is in Snake's cell. Why?
Well, that is explained.
Yeah,
That is
but,
explained.
yeah,
It's
it is
weird.
explained, but I still don't really get what the whole point of that thing was, like with Octopus was.
I think I get it. I think Octopus was trying to get the information out of Snake.
Yeah.
But he didn't know he had the virus on him.
Right.
And he's
And so he
also-
unwillingly died. died.
Well, he's also deep throat, isn't he?
No, that's
Grey
Grey
Wolf.
Fox.
Grey Fox, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course he is. Sorry.
Which, oh yeah, remember Deep Throat? He spoke to me once.
Yeah, that was a bit weird. Like, oh, it's a better name than Deep Throat. It's like, okay, what was the point of that?
He has like 2 lines, Deep Throat.
Yeah.
I think you can ring him in certain bits. Maybe, I don't know.
And then, even though you're in jail, you're still on the phone, but the phone is supposed to be in your ear, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like
It's
attached
hidden,
It's
to
the
your
bones that move in your ear.
Yes. The Colonel knew all along that Metal Gear was launching nukes. The President had not been briefed on Rex project. Why don't you give in to their demands and give them Big Boss's remains? Or is there something you're not telling me? The Colonel remains silent. Speculation, Solid Snake is Big Boss, and that's why you can't give him the remains. Like, they're the same person. He's not a clone, he's just like a rebirth of the same person.
Yeah.
That's so much. I'm still keeping to that one.
Fair.
And like Snake is the master copy of Snake, basically.
Maybe.
Snake talks about his dad. Big Boss is his dad. Snake killed him. Snake killed Big Boss. But what if he just thinks that happens? That's what I think.
Oh, shit. Shit. Maybe.
Grey Fox. Oh, we already knew that. Grey Fox was Snake's friend. Why did I make the note of that?
Grey Fox is a cool guy, as it turns out.
He's okay.
Even Mei Ling reckons that Meryl being killed was a bit of a bluff. Like she goes like, they didn't kill her. Don't worry.
Mei Ling throughout this whole game is probably the only character who's like, she's alright.
Yeah. Well, there's a bit of trivia. If you keep calling her and don't save, eventually she gets like, stop fucking calling me. and then if you keep calling her after that, she just like pulls faces at you, like sticks her tongue out at you and stuff. That's cool Easter egg.
I saved so much in these games.
I saved quite a bit. As well.
There's stats at the end, isn't there?
Yeah.
I can't remember my saves. I think it was like
Well, is it
26.
time for me to confess I haven't actually finished this game? I have played it 2 or 3 times in my life, so I feel like it's okay. Although that was a long time ago, but it's fine.
Otacon used his stealth to rescue from the cell, but for some reason, instead of bringing you like important stuff, he brings you a bottle of ketchup.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? What is
Oh, he also gives you like the napkin, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The handkerchief.
Yeah, and then you just give the handkerchief back to him. It's like, what the fuck was the point of any of this?
He's just a cool guy.
No, I fucking
Yeah, he's useless.
my notes later on is I fucking hate Otacon.
Otacon is useless.
Why did I save him?
Yeah, you didn't. You saved him.
I put Otacon is a fucking idiot. Also, he's friends with Sniper Wolf and nicked a handkerchief. Worst guard in the world, shits himself and opens the door.
Yeah.
That witch took my clothes. I do know about what that guard guy is in the future. I know. I saw that bit of spoiler.
I don't know.
He's Meryl's husband in the future.
Oh.
The one who shits himself.
Yeah, because he's the same guy who Meryl knocks out at the beginning. It's supposed to be the same guy.
I must have.
Apparently that's the fourth game.
I've not played the fourth game.
Yeah,
That's the one game I haven't played.
but he's Meryl's husband in the future.
Oh, shit.
Because after stripping
That's
him
really
naked,
weird.
after stripping him naked and making him shit himself, she's like, "Oh, you know what? You're right." I
But I'm lucky.
think his name's like Robert or something. They called him.
Fucking want to give a name like Robert.
I didn't know that. That's.
Yeah, and the reveal that it's the same guy. It's the same guy from earlier. Because he stopped. That's the reason why he has a cold now. Because I don't know why a cold makes you shit yourself. Oh well.
He developed that cold really quick,
Yeah.
within hours.
Yeah.
There were supposed to be like genome soldiers that are like they've been cured of all disease. How the fuck has he got a cold?
He's got the common cold.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe in the future he's like actually secretly a
But
spy.
they're all
or something.
genome so. Okay.
Well, yeah, because they all turn out to be
They're like-
they're all snakes, aren't they? Like they're all
kinda,
the same
yeah.
snake, but they're just not all. It's all about how like it's nature versus nurture kind of thing. That's the kind of message at the end, isn't it?
There's so many bullshit messages in this.
As in, it's kind of like
I know.
just because you're a clone of someone doesn't mean you're going to be exactly the same as them, which is kind of bullshit. But
I know they're trying to like. You haven't got the same experience, like life experience.
Snake has flashbacks looking at the blood on the floor. The Colonel calls you back to talk about it. Then MacDonald interrupts. There's still something suspicious about Naomi, he says. She talks about her grandfather. MacDonald says that she said she didn't have any family. Then Naomi backtracks. Does this cutscene happen if you don't submit to the torture? Did you get this?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty key for the.
We're going to come back to that. I would say it's key.
Well, no, but like, yeah, it just happens.
It's bullshit. What
It's-
happens.
it's-
Yeah,
random.
it's not just that. It's something else.
Then we get to the tower. The tower bit where you're walking up the stairs.
I fucking hated this bit.
I loved it. It's easy. I thought.
Oh, it's hard.
Just
fucking hate it.
shooting.
You just
stun
basically
grenades
just keep running
yeah.
the whole time. Yeah,
It doesn't end.
But trivia time, because it's trivia that because in 2021, Yogscast member Boba Witch discovered a speedrun strategy for this. Like first time she'd ever played the game, and she accidentally found a speedrun strategy where at the locked door where you have to use a C4 to open the door, she glitched through that door by accident, and people were like, "Holy shit, what have you done there?" It saved 2 minutes on speedruns.
Oh wow!
Like people still use it to this day, still call it the Boba skip. And I thought that's really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yogscast discovered a speedrun in a game,
This game came out like 1997.
98, isn't it?
98. So 23 years
crazy,
later, she
man.
discovered just by accident as well. And I thought that was really cool. I like Yogscast. So. Get to the top of the tower and Liquid blows up the helicopter. He blows up the top of the tower and blows up the satellite dish. What am I going to do? If only I had a rope to get down from this tower. But what happens if you don't grab the rope? Because you can not grab the rope.
Oh yeah, you have to go all the way down those stairs.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Really?
Okay.
Oh,
Why just the box is right there? Why
Because
just not grab it?
every time I did it, I got them. I got there's 2 boxes next to each other. One's the rope, one's some ammo.
Yeah.
I got the ammo, not the rope. I think I
Okay.
just ran past.
You have to go all the way back down the
You're
stairs
fucking
with the rope. Yeah, and the guard's still back
Nope.
back there. That's alright.
You
That's
just
not
literally
too
run.
bad, then.
Yeah.
Just a
I
bit of
didn't know
waste.
you, I didn't know you could not
Just
have
a waste of time.
Oh, God.
But then you rappel down the tower, and
Yeah.
I thought this bit was pretty easy.
It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I didn't struggle on the abseil bit.
It's just like a
Just
bit of an
press-
action
press
scene,
X.
isn't it? Yeah.
And I put
It's pretty cool.
what's kind of suspicious? How did you get there? The elevator. The elevator was broken. You look like hell. Are you okay? And it's like, but yeah, he's right though. The elevator was broken. Why did Otacon say he used the elevator when he couldn't have? Otacon's suspicious. Even though he wasn't at the end,
just
but he
wasn't
might be in a
at all.
later game.
No.
I don't know.
think so.
I know he's in loads of later games.
Most
Yeah.
of them.
Because he's like your guy. He's like your computer
Yeah,
guy.
he's like
You
Cute.
fucking weeb.
Yeah.
I like anime. Oh,
Otacon then goes, "You're like a movie hero," and then Snake goes, "Movie heroes usually get the girl."
The thing I have noticed about Snake is he's very Sigma.
Yeah.
He's 1 moment from sitting down with a fag, like,
to be
I
fair,
was-
he's
looks
like-
at the silent man in the room.
Incredibly cheesy. He's
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And then because we get the love blooms in the battlefield like speech, and it's like, okay, great, cool, great.
a lot of people don't like that speech.
And it's like Otacon apparently fell in love with Sniper Wolf. And it's like, what the fuck?
That just happened off screen, more or less.
Like, why? You're a fucking moron. I noticed that ever since Meryl dies, you can't call Deep Throat on the phone, and I thought maybe they're connected, but it wasn't.
Well, like, he just wasn't in the contacts.
He's in the contacts.
No,
he just doesn't answer.
Doesn't answer anymore.
But he doesn't do that at any point. So
does he not?
Yeah, that's my issue with Deep Throat. He has 2 lines.
Yeah.
What's the point? What is the?
Oh, could you pass me my Coca-Cola on the side there as well, please?
Can you give me some Coca-Cola?
Magneto.
No, Magneto, but he's not metal. So he's
No.
glass.
Mate, I'm Cognito.
You know, control Diet Coke, caffeine free.
Caffeine free.
Oh, sorry, that Coke's got caffeine in it, and I can't control it.
You can control every beverage as long as there's no caffeine in it. That's a pretty cool power, actually.
I'm sorry.
There was
what?
an episode of Misfits when the guy had an ability called lactokinesis, and he could control milk. And then people were like, and then he turns into a villain. And he's like, that yogurt you ate the other day, and then makes the yogurt like drown their brain, basically, like controls the yogurt to go up into their brain. That's a weird episode. That's like an alternate.
You reckon?
That whole shows are quite weird. Oh, this game is a comedy. Going up the stairs, there's 1 turret. Then there's 2 turrets. Then there's 3 turrets.
And then
there's 4
there's
turrets. So it's like, this game is a comedy. That was clearly set up to be like a joke. But when you're outside, when you get to the you get to the invisible guys. It's like there were 5 stealth camo things. It's like, but what happened to the other 4? I don't know. It's like, but Snake, the lift feels heavier than normal.
God,
Oh my god!
That bit's easy. That bit's quite
It's
cool,
easy. You just get your gun and
Yeah.
just do that.
Anyway, I started blasting.
We also missed out the bit when you shoot down the helicopter.
Oh no, the helicopter is this bit.
That's after, because you shoot down the
Oh,
helicopter
maybe,
while
I
he's
don't know.
fixing the
No,
the elevator.
And you get the Liquid Snake boss fight.
The first one.
Weirdly boring boss fight. It's really simple. You just stand there and shoot
Shoots the
missiles,
helicopter. Yeah,
and the
very
helicopter
easy.
crashes.
It's one of these.
That's before the elevator.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really just boring boss fight. Like, it literally just stand still.
I think this is probably, out of all the Metal Gear games, this has got some of the worst bosses. Some of
Yeah.
them are pretty good.
They're all quite easy, really.
Yeah.
Right. Weirdly, like the hardest one was like probably the first.
Grey Wolf for me.
Yeah.
Grey Wolf wasn't hard. It's just it's like 20 minutes.
Weirdly, the first half of the game, I'd say.
I don't know why though. I
Otacon,
really
Ocelot.
like the Grey Wolf, the Grey Fox.
I don't mind. It's just
Yeah,
it's good. It's just long.
Yeah.
It takes forever.
Oh, it's like when we get to Metal Gear Solid 3, the bosses in that game are some of the best.
But
in any
3 is
game I've
one of the
ever
better
played.
ones, the best
It
one,
is
isn't it?
so good.
When we get outside though, Snake gets sniped at and it misses, and so he crouches down
Immediately.
and has a phone call
Yeah.
right full of view. Right? Like,
Still as well.
it's like I'll be polite and make this
Yeah.
physical. Although that kind of feels like character for Sniper Wolf, I suppose. Like, it would be like,
Well,
you know what,
yes,
it's not sportsmanlike. To, But if you go into first person mode here and look to the right, you can see a parachute stuck in a tree.
Did you do the cutscene for parachute?
No, he rings you up and goes like, I think
Yeah.
he escaped, didn't he?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah. What I like about that cutscene is they completely dismiss the idea of he's obviously parachuted out. I was like, no, he couldn't have parachuted out. It's a ploy. It's a distraction technique.
No,
They go through every option apart from he just parachuted.
he says, if he had parachuted out, he would have been sliced up by the blades. And it's like, well, it's fine.
No, but they zoom out of that straight away.
But you can
It's
see,
good cutscene.
you can see that Liquid
Yeah.
Snake has escaped if you look turn to the right.
The boss fight.
Otacon is pissing me off now. He's fallen in love with Sniper Wolf.
How did you find
Fuck's
this
sake.
boss fight? Did you use the sniper?
Yeah, well, yeah, I had to.
You
Yeah,
had to.
yeah, you can use the missile.
You use the
thing.
rocket launcher. You hide behind
yeah.
cover and use the rocket launcher. I think it takes down more health,
Really?
and you also don't get shot.
I tried that, but she
Fair.
sniped the missile when I did
No,
it.
just never stop missile. No,
Okay.
I did it.
Just got to get.
It is so easy.
Okay.
Yeah,
I never
you
even
just
thought to do
hide
something.
behind the right. Use the Nikita.
I think I always used to like throw a stun grenade, and that would like keep her in place when like.
Oh, I didn't know you could just.
Oh, I never did that.
I
No.
didn't
That's
try
why
it.
you I think from memory. You
Okay.
do that.
Right.
Stun grenades are probably the best thing in the game.
Yeah, I found this one a bit easier though, because the area was just wider for her to like.
There's more places for her to hide.
Yeah,
But-
behind tree, and in which she's hiding behind a tree, you can clearly see her hiding behind a tree. Her elbows are sticking out, so it's like okay, it's a bit easy. So you get a bit more. It's a bit more forgiving.
But anyway, yeah,
Argon's
Argon's a little bitch.
Then you get Sniper's tragic backstory, which is she was trained by Big Boss, which feels weird. Like it feels like literally everyone was trained by Big Boss. It's like
it's the biggest universe, but so small at the same time.
Yeah, it's like okay. Well,
Everyone knows everyone.
Wolf asked if Snake is Big Boss after his speech to her. So yeah, because she's like, oh, you speak like him. Are you him? And it's like, but like, it's like okay, maybe something. Snake is a gentleman. Holds Wolf's hand as she dies.
Gives her a sniper rifle.
Man. I don't need a handkerchief. And just puts it on her face. He says, I don't need a handkerchief. I don't have any more tears to shed.
Again,
Sigma.
Sigma mode. In the next slide, he'll probably be like, oh, I line a match, let us so I can feel something.
Fuck's sake.
And then after that cutscene, he walks into the hangar, which is just like black as he's like walking off. Oh, Sigma.
It's like, it is cringy, but I don't think I'd have it any other way.
No, Sigma. Sigma male.
It's awful.
Snake is heading for the Metal Gear bunker. He tells Otacon he might not see him again. Otacon, I might not see you again. I'm headed to the... Do you think love can bloom on the battlefield?
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, God. Get a grip.
Otacon pisses me off.
He's known that woman for about 5-10 minutes. Tops.
And as Snake is walking off, he goes, Snake, what was she fighting for? What are you fighting for? If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
It is like proper junior school. And Snake says.
Okay. And then going to the basement, it goes, Metal Gear Disc 2.
I like that bit.
Yeah.
And you would have to put it in disc 2.
Oh yeah, I had to open up my CD drive on my PlayStation.
Yes.
On my PlayStation.
I had to turn my PC upside down.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they did that in the Master Collection, where it was like you had to go into the pause menu. And click on like
it's
disc.
just
No,
bad.
it's
It's
just
just been
bad.
pointless.
That
Yeah.
would be cool though. I remember on the PlayStation 1 we had to do that. It felt cool.
I realised I was wrong about this because it's probably based on the memory card. But on the original PS2 version, when you change the disc, does it remember your weapons and your ammo stuff? But it's probably off the memory card, isn't it? So
Yeah, none of the save data would be on the disc.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
yeah.
I always thought it was mad though that you just take the disc out. I used to leave it and be like, I've got no disc in, but the game's still playing.
Wow.
But it's really just not. It's just a screen. Nothing happening.
The Colonel says the White House won't give in to their demands, and Snake asks if there's something he's still not telling him. What if the US government is FOXHOUND, I put, which might be true, I don't know. That didn't really get answered.
No.
Apparently the cargo elevator is supposed to be one of the hardest parts of the game. I did this first time.
With the stealth people?
No, not the bit...
Oh no, when they jump on.
The bit with the big lift, where he goes down with the crows.
The crows don't attack you, do they?
No, yeah, they don't attack you, but it's like, but as you're going down into the freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently that's supposed to be really hard, that bit, where the guys attack you.
Oh, yeah, but no, that was easy.
Yeah, apparently it's really easy. And it's like, okay.
I'm trying to remember that bit. I don't remember that bit at all.
You're
You're going down the lift, and then there's a cinematic when she goes, oh, and the guy jumps like.
Okay. I have no memory of it.
Yeah, so when you're going down to lift into
Yeah,
Raven's
Sub-Zero.
Raven's fridge, where he's just eating his snacks in the fridge.
Raven's weird, man.
Raven's a cool.
He's a
man.
cool guy. That tank, he was better out of
He's
the
like
tank than in it.
Okay, here's the weird thing about all of the villains in this game, right? After you kill them, they all like turn good as they die. Even Raven, like he's like dying, they're going like, oh, I'll give you this key card to help you like defeat Metal Gear. And it's like what?
It's like,
I mentioned
they're fighting for no reason. It's like war.
I mentioned this
I guess.
when they defeat Psycho.
Mm.
It was like he's turned good. I mentioned that, and it's literally every villain now.
Sniper Wolf did it as well.
Can
when
love
she died.
Bloom on the battlefield.
No,
That's
can it?
nice.
Fuck.
No.
But they all want to love Snake when they die.
They all want to fucking wank off Snake.
McDonald rings you and confirms that Naomi was lying. I knew it. Her whole backstory about her grandfather was false. he reckons that she's a spy, although is this a double bluff? Could McDonald be trying to pass the blame because he's the real spy? That was my speculation I put there.
Yeah, okay.
Then you face Raven. They did a Raven boss fight. Your controller was vibrating like a heartbeat. I remember during this bit. I thought that was pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
And then I like you can use any gadgets you want for this boss fight as well. You can use
C4. I use C4.
Yeah, you can plant C4 just wait for him to walk past.
Yeah, I use
You
grenades.
can just shoot him. You can use a missile. You can
Stun grenades, man.
You can use whatever you want for this bit.
Stun grenades. FAMAS just unloaded to his head.
It kind of felt like an amalgam of like, okay, everything you've done in the game so far, you can now use whatever, however you
Yeah.
want.
I don't think you can use any sort of stealth on like choking.
Can't choke him, no.
No.
I didn't choke anyone in this.
No, me neither.
No, I didn't
finicky.
really care about that because it was like
It's like pretty key in the next games.
yeah,
It's just in this game, it's so finicky. It's quite annoying.
yeah. Vulcan tells you that DARPA chief was actually Decoy Octopus, a shapeshifter. This explains why the chief is dead in the cell during the interrogation. Is that the real chief, the guy in the cell?
No, I think the guy in the cell that talks to you, he's the real chief.
No, the guy.
No.
The guy who talks to you is.
yeah.
The guy
who's dead in the cell is.
Because Snake does say when he's looking at the dead body in the other cell, like he looks like he's been dead for a week, and it's like, well, that can't be true. Cause it's
decoy.
Yeah. But it's like, I just don't really get the point of Decoy Octopus.
Decoy is the one. Yeah, he talks to you when you in the first part of the game. That dead body, I think, is the real DARPA chief.
I just don't get the point of this. If he wasn't there and he was just the real guy, him dying doesn't really change it.
I think he was trying to get information out of Snake.
Yeah.
But obviously died because he didn't know he had the virus.
You don't see any of Decoy at all.
No.
Yeah,
you don't fight him or anything.
You don't even know what he looks like.
I can't remember if he's in any of the other games or not. It could be.
Then Raven's own crows eat him as he calmly gives a speech. He's calmly giving a speech as Snake's walking away, and the crows are eating him.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought he'd latch onto one of the crows and they would lift him up and fly him.
That would have been fantastic.
That's so within the rights.
Yeah, exactly. I was expecting to grab two of them. They fly him up.
That would be fantastic.
It wouldn't even be on the realms of possibility.
No. And he flies up kind of heavily.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's doesn't we see it? He just flies up into the clouds,
into the sun.
Naomi died years ago. Our Naomi stole her identity, or so McDonald thinks. Theory: Naomi is Decoy Octopus. That's how it's been. It might be true.
I thought that as well. I thought
because we get that information right as we know that Naomi's a spy. So I was like, okay, these are obviously connected, but I guess not. It makes sense for it to be connected.
I thought it was going to be Decoy.
Give me time. I don't have any more time for you, Colonel.
Snake's cool.
He's like, But then we enter the underground area where there it is, Metal Gear, and the music goes zoom,
Zoom.
zoom.
What did you think of Metal Gear?
It's a lot smaller than I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be.
It's made out to be this huge thing. It's not that big,
Yeah.
really. It's big, but it's not that big.
Metal Gear is ready. They've entered the keys, and there's no guards around. It's too quiet.
It's too quiet.
It's too quiet.
But at this point, you've only got 2 keys? Is that
You got one
But
key.
you've only got one key because
What's
there
the
is only
PAL
one.
key.
There is only one key, isn't there?
There's only
PAL
one key, yeah.
Metal Gear Otacon discovers that the nuke is a stealth missile and is fired from a railgun, so it can be undetected and impossible to intercept. It will delay all sorts of international treaties and agreements. That's why they're doing it, which kind of makes sense in the end, actually, with the president. Natasha is from Chernobyl, and we get a real life history lesson about Chernobyl.
Yeah,
because she's like, oh, this is what happened in real life and why. And
it's very
it's very on the nose, isn't it?
This game is weird. It goes from fucking dark, serious stuff to anime.
real life history stuff.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
there was other guy, wasn't there? After the Ocelot boss fight, at the beginning, he was like, after the Cold War, and this stuff happened, and it's like, okay, that's just real life history.
I quite like that though.
Yeah, but also, who is Natasha? She was there. She was just there.
Yeah.
She was pointless. Oh no, I rung her up halfway through the game. She was like, "Wow, you've got the sock-on pistol," and I was like, "I'm halfway through the game. I got the sock-on pistol."
Yeah, you can. I try to ring up people as much as I can.
Yeah.
So I find it
I
quite.
just didn't need to see.
Again,
Some of the dialogue's quite fun.
Again, I said this in the first one. Too many cooks. Like, there's too many
I like it.
characters.
But they're all quite good characters. I'd say I like them. They're cool.
I think we are on. Are you going to say when you get discovered?
No, Snake arrives at the control room and stands in the doorway in full view of Oslo.
I love the bit when they're talking and then it shows him on the monitor just outside like that, and they still haven't.
He stands in the doorway. Oslo is facing towards him, and he goes, "Oh!" And it's like what?
I just love the bit of hiding outside.
He's a world's worst spy, isn't he?
He's awful.
Shit.
He's a cardboard box. I don't think he's the only one who thinks that's actually a good idea.
I actually never used the cardboard
I never
box
used
at all.
the cardboard box.
But anytime I tried to use it, they just found me immediately. They were like, "What's this?" And they kicked over the box.
You got to use it in places where boxes could be.
Okay. But what I did is when I got detected, I'd kill the guy, get in a box before the other guy arrives, and the other guy would just get there and go, "What's this?" and kick open the box.
Yeah, but it's suspicious, isn't it?
It's
Cardboard box.
just a cardboard box, mate.
Depends where you are. If you're on a cardboard box on a staircase, it's dodgy, mate.
I was in a cubbyhole.
Cubbyhole?
Cubbyhole, yeah. Snake listens into the conversation. Liquid is alive. Didn't see that one coming.
It's almost like he did survive that parachute.
Yeah.
They said there's no way he could survive.
He tells Oslo that the new target is China, not the US. Okay, that doesn't really go anywhere though.
No.
Liquid wants to team up with the Russians. It answers the question at the beginning that he was using a Russian helicopter, the Hind.
Yeah.
Because they've been supplying FOXHOUND this whole time, and then I didn't really get this bit, and I imagine it comes up in later games. Liquid Snake just says "Outer Heaven," and Snake goes "Outer Heaven." That's
So
Big Boss's whole thing.
Yeah, in the first two Metal Gear games, one of the games is set in Outer Heaven. I'm pretty sure you blow it up.
Right, but then I guess he's rebuilding it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll come up again.
Right. It just felt like a weird name drop, but okay.
It's like,
what should we do with that woman? Should we kill her? She's the Colonel's niece. Let's use her as our ace. Merida's alive! Oh my god! Merida's alive!
not for long.
The key was all three keys all along. I
actually love this bit.
I still don't get the decoy octopus bit, because he gives you the key.
Yeah. I'll have to look at. I can't remember.
Yeah.
He must be in a future game. Maybe.
Snake, the world is depending on that key. Then Ocelot sees Snake, Snake's elbow in the doorframe, shoots at him, and Snake drops the key in the drain. Fucking good job, Snake, you dick. It's such a so shit. The world depends on that key. Oh shit, no! It's fucking stupid.
It is written by a 5-year-old, this game.
Yeah.
It's great.
In the train, to discover that the key's position is actually randomised.
It is, yes.
Yeah, because I died a couple because I picked the bomb and then kept blown up.
You have to drop the bomb.
Yeah. Enter the first power key. Then you have to go back to Raven's fridge to get it cold.
Again, this is the backtracking I actually really liked.
Yeah. And then you go up the lift again, and then you get a phone call from McDonald's saying...
Sorry, I just remembered to get a phone call from McDonald's asking if you want a Big Mac. Just keep saying McDonald's.
McDonald rings you up and tells you Naomi was behind the virus called FOXDIE, which is used to kill the DARPA chief. At the beginning of the game, she says that she injected Snake with nanogenes to help him in his mission. I've got FOXDIE. McDonald suspects that she's injected Snake with FOXDIE.
Oh no!
The Colonel says that she found Naomi sending encrypted messages to Alaskan base. I still reckon something is fishy and Naomi is actually innocent. She wasn't, but then she weirdly was. She was pardoned.
This is my. Well, I suppose we'll get onto the Naomi thing. What is the point of her betrayal?
Not really sure. I think it was just to sow a bit of doubt.
It's just so. I think it's so.
The Colonel forgives her because the Secretary of Defense was worse than her. And it's like, oh, because he was worse than you, you're okay.
They're both guilty. Really.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose
I think this portrayal is done really bad.
Yeah.
Just doesn't need anyone.
But you're going up to the furnace room again to get the key hot now.
Cool stuff.
Hot.
Hot!
Yeah, Snake's walking back to the go. Oh fuck!
As a kid, I was like, "There's no way this is literal," and it just was.
Yeah.
It's genuinely a cold key and genuinely a hot key. Who'd have thought?
Then Naomi rings you and tells you it's all true. It's all true. She was
she's in
a
her cell,
spy.
yeah.
And that Grey Fox is her brother.
Yeah, man.
Again, smallest universe in the world.
Yeah.
She is upset that Snake kills Big Boss and disfigured Grey Fox. Okay.
Sorry, mate.
Okay. Naomi confirms that Snake was injected with Fox dye. You were injected with Fox dye as part of the operation. Did the Colonel order you to inject? Did the Colonel order her to inject him? Like, did the Colonel make that happen? But I guess not. I guess he was a good guy in the end.
He was an okay guy in the end.
Yeah. She reckons Grey Fox is still about and wants to fight Snake again. She was about to say "I love you" before being cut off. What the fuck? Like, why does everyone love Snake in love with Snake?
He's a lady killer, literally.
And a guy killer, apparently, because Raven wants to fuck him as well.
Colonel, you double-crossed me, he says.
Yeah. Colonel's a piece of shit. Don't like him.
After entering the third key, twist! McDonald was actually liquid the whole time!
You've activated.
Again, we'll compare. This portrayal is way better than Naomi.
I like it.
So good.
It actually has like consequences.
I was like, oh, I didn't actually see that. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when
Two perfect
when
examples.
you look back to conversations with Miller, it's like, I can see how that is liquid.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And from what he's saying, he's not actually helping me in any way.
And the animation of him taking off the glasses and letting his hair down as well, that was pretty cool. And it's like, it turns out McDonald has been dead for 3 days. He was found in his house. The power keys were actually used to detonate Metal Gear, not shut it down. Snake was tricked. That's why he knew about Naomi.
I wonder if to go back, when you beat Liquid in the helicopter, what would happen if you ring Miller?
I guess he just wouldn't answer, I suppose.
That's quite cool. That if you didn't know and you were like, oh, he's not answering, that's weird. And you're like, oh fuck, it was him all along.
Well, maybe.
That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I didn't try.
I didn't even think to try.
But yeah, perfect example of two portrayals in the same game. One being really good, one being shit.
Then we see Liquid on the platform next to the control room for Metal Gear. And Liquid, who is now for some reason shirtless, like for no reason, like
shredded.
it wasn't the helicopter because we saw him dressed earlier, like only a couple of minutes before.
When he came off, the propellers only shredded off his shirt. That's what it was.
Cut perfectly.
Who is now for some reason shirtless. Tells Snake that the Pentagon was just using him to retrieve Metal Gear for themselves.
Yeah.
Kind of obvious, I suppose. Liquid reckons if Snake is unaffected by Fox dye, then he's fine too. If the virus didn't work on him, then it won't work on Liquid either. So fair enough, that makes sense. Yeah. Liquid wants revenge on Big Boss for creating Snake to be a better version of him, and he was created out of the leftovers. But Snake stole his opportunity for revenge by killing Big Boss himself. Snake recognises that Liquid is like Naomi, out for revenge. Yeah.
That's it.
That's the big reveal. Is that he was made out of leftover bits.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but sure.
Yeah, leftover DNA, I suppose.
They were reaching, Kojima. They were reaching the end of the cocaine barrel at this point. They were running out of cocaine.
How on earth do we finish this game?
This game helped me because I've been wondering what to do with my leftover DNA for ages.
Create an evil clone.
Then we get the Metal Gear boss fight. Oh my god, we're here. We're finally here.
This is a good boss fight.
Is it? It was very easy boss fight, disappointingly easy. I
like it.
I struggled on the first phase when you have to destroy the dial, like the satellite thing. I did the second phase first try.
Oh, it was the opposite for me. The first one was really easy. The second one was really hard, I thought.
The second one, you just need to go under his legs and you can fire. The first one, you have to get on the left to
Yeah.
shoot, so you kind of just be in front of him. The second one, you can just shoot through his legs.
Okay, I just stood in front. I just did like war
Just
of like
run under his legs, and he's like looking. He doesn't turn around. He just looks in front of you. The cockpit goes like that.
yeah.
Because for some reason Metal Gear like is an animal and screams
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
fucking animal.
No, it rules like a dinosaur.
Metal Gear-
Is it in that encyclopedia?
Yeah, Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Is Metal Gear Rex in that?
I wish.
Did that do it? As Metal Gear rises back up again for round 2, Grey Fox jumps in and saves Snake.
As a kid, this was cool as fuck. I
Why?
was like, yo!
Because they're friends. They were friends before. They just want. He just wanted to fight him. Like he didn't want to kill him. He just.
People wanted to just have an arm wrestle. Oh, he didn't want to kill him. Sorry, let's wind it back to the many times I died when he sliced me in half.
Testing if he was worthy.
Mate, he slashed me in half about 20 times.
That's true.
And it's revealed that Grey Fox is Deep Throat. That means nothing to me.
again, the 2 lines, Deep Throat character, just get rid of him. Didn't need him in that game. Too many cooks.
Yeah.
Snake and Grey Fox have a heart-to-heart whilst a nuclear walking tank explodes only 20 feet away from them. Like, they're just like, oh my god, I can't believe you're a good guy. I was like, I'm like 20 feet away from them. Grey Fox killed Naomi's parents, so he raised her as his own. Like he felt guilty.
That is wild.
So he felt guilty. Grey Fox leaps towards Metal Gear and is crushed against the wall. Take the shot! Take the shot!
That's cool.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
I just didn't. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna see what happens if I just don't shoot.
I instantly pressed that button. I was mashing it.
Yeah, because I thought maybe the second phase didn't happen
Yeah.
if you did just shoot.
No, yeah.
I guess it just doesn't do it.
kept pressing it. It was like, I can't do it.
Phase 2 of the boss fight is hard. Missiles and gunfire are relentless. I found I just had to really. I just had to keep my rations on and just keep firing. And just hope that I had enough rations.
Again, it's very much like the boss fight in Tune. You know, when you just stay under him.
Yeah.
Stay under.
Okay.
He can't see you if you're under him.
That's the trick to like Metal Gear Rex. Just stay near to him,
Yeah.
and he can't really do anything.
Yeah, for the ultimate weapon, he's like
Shit.
Some blinding weaknesses.
yeah, like I feel like if that machine actually went to war or anything,
I suppose
it would be dead in seconds.
it's not built to go up against a little guy. It's supposed to go up against like planes and stuff. But yeah,
A guy is more powerful than planes.
Yeah. It's King Kong.
it's
Like,
dumb.
what?
It's dumb. It's dumb.
Liquid emerges from the flames. He again shirtless, and
strips.
Pretty much.
and he reveals to Snake, who is now also shirtless for some fucking reason.
Why not?
For some reason.
Liquid's like, let's get that shirt off you, boy.
Like, he's just shirtless for no fucking reason. He confirms that there were 8 clone babies. The other 6 were sacrificed to create Liquid and Solid. I bet the others appear in later games, though.
I was willing to bet that as well.
I bet there are 6 other clones.
Because I imagine one's like Venom Snake, one's probably the other Snake.
One's that guy from
Naked Snake.
from that Revengeance game, maybe? Is that
Raiden. That's a different character.
Oh, is that a different character?
I think. Maybe
I don't
not.
know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
FMV video of a lab. Why did we just have?
I would like to think that's Kojima.
They're doing like stem cells, aren't they? In the lab?
I just like to think that was Kojima, just in the lab.
Why the I just don't understand the choice of effort. Like, sure they're cool, but like, what's the point? It's just such a weird choice. All the sources of the game were actually created from the same genes, and that's why they're all so shit. What? No. I put. Then why are they all so shit?
They are bad. They are as dumb as a rock.
Then we get real FMV video of the real Gulf War.
Yeah,
It's like, and we get like a history lesson about the real Gulf War.
You go whiplash or something.
Why?
Someone who likes history, I appreciate it. But also, what the fuck are we doing?
It's random as hell.
Golf War's only 7 years been.
And I'm not sure I'm a big fan of this big just lore dump at the end. Like the end of just saying like this and this and this and this and this. It's like this is no
lazy.
It's a bit like you're just sort of dumping everything at the end here.
You're gonna hate some of the next games.
Okay. But if they dump it in the middle of the game, fine.
So I don't mind lore. I don't mind lore dumps. It's just
right at the end.
20 minutes before the end. It's a bit.
And then he goes. This bomb is connected to Meryl, and if her heart stops beating, the bomb will go off. And it's like, but how did Meryl get it? Like, who brought her?
I like the idea of Liquid pulling Snake up, because you fight on top of Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Like the idea of him just pulling him up the ladder.
Yeah. and then also getting Meryl.
Yes. Stay there.
It's like,
I'm gonna go get the girl.
Alright, it's all
And
set
take
now.
top
I just need to wait for him to wake up.
Take his top off. Take his top off.
Ocelot, this is gonna be so fucking cool when he wakes up. This is gonna be so
I
fucking
just
good.
realised how to make this cooler. Let's take his clothes off.
Quick, get the knife.
The Colonel says that the Pentagon is going to nuke the base to cover everything up that happened. The Colonel is trying to stop the airstrike, though.
The real enemies of this game is America.
The real enemy was the government.
Yeah, they all suck.
It's almost like this game was made by Japan.
The Secretary of Defense arrests the Colonel and is going ahead with a nuclear attack. And he just sort of appears. He looks a lot like
He
Abraham
does.
Lincoln on the phone, doesn't he?
It's probably attached up.
And then you have 3 minutes to fight Liquid, else the bomb goes off and kills
You do
Meryl.
not need free.
I got halfway through this fight. I was like, you know what? I'm really tired now, and I don't want to listen to a lot of lore, so I turned it off and did it the next day.
Yeah, I looked at Jack's Steam achievements. It said, defeat Metal Gear, then the next day, defeat Liquid Snake.
I got halfway through the fight. I was like, you know what? I'm tired. There's going to be more cutscenes after this. I want to go to fucking bed.
In fairness,
It was 11:30. I was up at 5:30 in the morning. I was like, I need to get to bed.
The weird thing about this boss fight is, if you watch the cutscene, because there's a cutscene of them like talking when the timer starts. And by the time you actually get to actually start the fight, it's 2 minutes 30. But if you die and restart,
It's
you get the
3
full
minutes.
3
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
It's really weird
That's
that.
really dumb.
Anyway, fight was easy.
Liquid falls to his death. Falls to his death.
Maybe.
Snake
How many times do we have to tell you, old man?
and this is where we diverge. Snake runs over to Meryl and she doesn't move. She's dead.
Probably
I've
what-
never had your
She's alive, and she's like, oh, the cats are gonna kill each other. She's like, oh, Snake. They kind of have a moment. They're like, oh no, the missiles are still gonna hit the base. They jump down. They're like, looks like we don't have much time for love. It's like, no. There's a nuclear missile coming to this
I just
space.
never got the vibe that they were in love.
No.
if I'm honest, at all.
It feels like Snake actually hates her, really.
No.
Yeah.
Snake says that he let the pain get to her, and he let her die. And then because of the torture scene,
Yeah.
Otacon appears and tells Snake not to die with Meryl. Otacon compares Snake's love to his love with Sniper Wolf. I don't think I like Otacon very much.
You've got the worst ending.
Yeah, you did. You really did like that,
Just-
Like he's like, oh yeah, your love is just like that life with that person I just met. It's like, well, to be fair, you just met her as well, but you actually had some further interaction with her. Fucking idiot! I fucking hate Otacon. Is Otacon just not there during that bit scene then? For you?
He's on the radio.
Oh, he's on the radio.
He's on the. He actually says like, "Oh, I'm going to hack the doors,
Yeah.
but I won't make it out in time." But
Okay.
he survives.
He does.
He just.
But his idea is like,
He survives the gun.
I'm going to sacrifice myself.
Well, Otacon drives the car through the tunnel while Snake shoots him from a turret.
Meryl for us.
Meryl drives the car.
Oh, that's secret.
But then, whoa, big surprise!
Liquid Snake
Liquid comes up with a car.
driving one hand on the steering, with the other one with an assault rifle in his hand. How many times do we have to tell you, old man?
Like,
It's so dumb.
he comes
4
back-
times.
And he's like, "Fucking idiot!" And guess what? I'm going to say it again in about 2 minutes.
This motherfucker is still alive. We have a shootout.
I think at this point it's just like, how many times can we print this?
Well,
game?
yeah.
Like,
Oh, don't worry, we're not done yet.
no.
We reach daylight and crash the car into Liquid. Liquid once again emerges from the flames
How many times do I have to tell you, old man?
with his gun pointed at Snake. Fox, die! And Liquid has a heart attack and dies. And I put here, the guy who survived a helicopter crash, a walking tank exploding around him, a car crash and falling to his death, and the guy who died from a heart attack, yeah, he's definitely going to be back in a future game. He's
Yeah.
definitely not dead. Like, the amount of times he survived, he's absolutely
got
not
to be
dead.
back.
And also the fact that at the end we find out that, like, Naomi basically tells Snake, Like, oh yeah, Foxeye won't kill you if you just like don't let it kill you. If you just will yourself alive, you're fine.
It's such a dumb virus.
She lost the will to live.
Literally,
Yeah.
literally, like if Snake just goes, I'm not gonna die. The Foxeye
Yeah,
just
he'll
won't
die,
kill him. So I imagine Liquid's gonna have the same thing of like, okay, I'm just gonna get back up again and be alright.
So in your game, the base gets bombed, right?
No, the base doesn't get
really?
bombed. The Colonel still rings you up and goes like, we overthrew the
Oh,
section
that's how
defence.
they're run.
Again, this seems a bit pointless, and now we've called off the airstrike.
Oh.
So yeah, it doesn't get bombed either way. It's because Otacon
I just-
escapes
yeah.
either way. Snake looks to the sky. What happened to the air raid? Not a stealth bomber in sight. Yeah, Snake, you wouldn't. They're stealth bombers.
He's so good he'll be able to see him. He's got a Sigma male.
My Sigma male eyes.
Yeah. What's that? Don't fucking worry, it's a stealth bomber. Only I can see it, bitch.
And the Colonel rang up the President and found that they had nothing to do, and that he had nothing to do with the whole thing, and the Secretary of Defence was behind it all along. Well, it turns out that might be a double cross. The Secretary of Defence might eventually be the good guy at the end of that fight.
Yeah, at this point, I was like, I'm calling a bit of bullshit.
Yeah. Snake doesn't tell Naomi about Grey Fox killing her parents, even though Grey Fox asked him to tell her. Grey Fox was like,
Grey Fox is a cool guy.
Tell her the truth. Like, now that I'm dead, just tell her the truth of what
Yeah.
happened. And Snake was just like, you know
Fine.
what? Grey Fox likes you and everything. He
Grey
loved you and
Fox
all
is a
that.
cool guy.
Yeah,
I like Grey Fox.
he's probably not dead. Naomi tells Snake that he can survive death, Fox die if he literally just wills himself to live. Naomi's speech in the end, if Liquid is like Naomi, then Snake is like her too. Like, just out for revenge. And then it's revealed on the back of the snowmobile with Otacon on the back.
Oh god.
He goes,
I've just realised. Reversing was Meryl, it makes sense. You're the guy you actively hate.
spooning you on the back.
Argon's twirling your hair.
Snake says, "My real name is David."
Yeah, what a fucking knobhead.
And I put, I wonder what that's a reference to. But then I'm going to skip to trivia quickly.
Do it.
The names David and Hal are actually from 2001: A Space Odyssey, and it was just it was just a coincidence that his name was also David. Apparently, that's perhaps Kojima's favourite film ever, Space Odyssey.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's a pretty wacky film.
The wanky film.
Cocaine. Yeah, I mean, if I was Meryl and the guy I've been calling Snake for the entire thing said, "My name's David," I would have got off that snowmobile and I would have walked up. I would have like, "I'm alright, mate."
Taking my chances.
Then we get a PowerPoint epilogue about the history about the Cold War in the 80s and 90s. It was a black screen with text at the end of like.
I think it's supposed to be like, oh look, there's still a lot of nuclear weapons in the world. We need to sort this out. But then you also kind of just shown how cool a nuclear mech looks. You kind of showed how cool a nuclear mech looks.
The credits have real footage of Alaska for some reason. The choice of FMV in this game are really strange. Like videos of mountains.
Huskies in it.
Yeah, huskies and a post-credit scene. Ocelot recovered the Metal Gear data. No one knows who I am, who I really am. Goodbye, Mr. President.
So he's a double agent.
Oh my god, I suspected all along. And I thought that was actually a really cool ending. My end stats, did you write down your end stats?
Mine were wrong.
Okay.
And I'm not even saying that. It said I died 5 times.
Okay.
No, I did not. I died way more than that.
Right.
All I know is I think my rank was Iguana.
And then I had 36 deaths. I was found 51 times. I killed 132 enemies.
Jesus.
I used 79 rations, and my codename was Komodo Dragon.
Yeah, mine was Iguana.
And apparently my special item was stealth, but I don't think I used stealth very much at all in the whole game.
Mine would have been probably the pistol. I used the pistol a lot.
SOCOM's cool. Get the suppressor.
Interesting, just a little bit at the end here. Interestingly, according to Steam's achievement statistics, 8.1% of players got the stealth camo at the end, the Otacon ending, and 20.6% of players got the bandana at the end, Meryl's ending, which means that 12% more people did save Meryl instead.
You can do both.
Yeah, but yeah, you just restart the game, but it means that on a first, because most people just play the game once, I assume.
Yeah.
So it means that 12% more people would choose to say Meryl. But also, 28.8% of players defeated Metal Gear, but 28.4% of players defeated Liquid Snake, meaning 0.4% of people decide to just turn off the game and never play it again.
Exactly. My point. They got
done the
tired.
thing.
They did the boss fight and got tired.
They're like, I did the thing the game's called.
I blew up Metal Gear, don't kill Metal Snake.
What on earth could happen next?
Man was
He's
tired.
dead.
Man was tired.
Yeah.
What did you both think then?
So for being the ultimate weapon, Metal Gear was really made of cardboard. A lot of this game was a bit too easy at times, and if I were to play this game again, I'd choose the hard difficulty.
Oh, wow.
I've heard the insane difficulty is very hard, and like it basically kills you in one shot.
I would imagine so.
And yeah, and we'll do a bit of trivia.
Go on, go for it.
The bit with the creepy hallway. You know, with that creepy hallway, you see all those dead scientists. And I still remind me of Scarecrow with the voices echoing. Apparently, that's just Grey Fox listing Japanese train stations. That's what the voiceover actually is. He's like, it's basically him saying like, Piccadilly, Waterloo, St Pancras,
King's Cross.
King's Cross. Meryl was originally in another game. Do you know this? Meryl was originally part of another game. She's not original to this game.
Oh, really?
She was original to a game called Police Noughts, which was 4 years before Metal Gear.
I didn't know.
Also made by Konami and Kojima.
Maybe that should go on the list.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit like Ace Attorney.
Is it on the
It's
list?
actually good.
Is it on the list?
I have no idea if it's good or not, but it hasn't been on the list now.
I might replace it with.
And there's a few Police Noughts references scattered throughout the series, but apparently there's no direct significant lore connection.
It's just they're just like, oh look, we made this. I like it when companies.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But at the end, Meryl also calls Snake Dave, which is apparently supposed to be a reference to a character from Police Noughts, like a character called Dave from Police Noughts, because she's also wearing an orange jacket from Police Noughts, which is what she wore in Police.
Okay.
That's Solid Snake is based on Snake Plissken. You probably already know this. He's based on Snake Plissken from the 1981 film Escape from New York, which apparently very nearly led to the rights holders going after Konami for copyright infringement. But the movie's director, John Carpenter, convinced them not to.
I didn't know that.
John Carpenter's a good guy.
Genuinely, we need to look that up afterwards. Escape from New York. The guy is so obviously clearly Snake.
Right.
Like, genuinely, I actually kind of think the rights holders
Right.
should have gone after them because it's so very obviously the same person. Kojima originally wanted to be a movie director and then got into the games. Not surprising.
You can tell. Like, you really can.
The game was apparently inspired by The Great Escape,
Yeah,
Goldfinger,
I did say it has a very
James
yeah,
Bond.
yeah.
vibe.
Planet of the Apes,
What the fuck?
which is for the anti-nuclear message because it's very anti-nuclear. That's in the original Planet of the Apes from the 60s.
Yeah, I guess.
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, is that the first? No, I don't think it is.
Grey Fox is based on Predator
That's cool. Yeah.
and Die Hard.
I can actually see some of those all in this game.
And my favourite bit of trivia from from this whole game is that during development of the game, Kojima built the levels out of Lego. So like he like mapped up the Legos the levels with Lego. I thought that was so cool, and the developers had to be like, okay, so the corridor's like this.
I just got cool. You can see on like Google, if you Google like the whole map of Metal Gear 1, it is like all in a line.
Yeah,
the whole thing.
it's all square.
Yeah, it's all like if you were to lay it 2D, it would just be that. Like just completely. It doesn't
Just
sprawl
splats,
out
yeah.
at any point. It's just one line.
Cool. Right.
That's pretty crazy.
Right. Final rankings.
What did you
Final
say?
ratings. Do you want to go first?
Well, I think you go first.
You
Peter.
should go first.
I have played this game a lot as a child. I still haven't finished it in 2025. By the time this goes out, I will have finished it,
Right.
and you'll know what rank I got and all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5,
Ooh.
which is probably less than I really
That's I
thought.
think the same.
Yeah, I think it's the same.
Shall I get the
it's the same as
previous?
the halfway point.
I'm actually going to say something. We've gone to the best sounds. I forgot to mention. I think we mentioned it in the first one. I'm going to change my answer to that.
Ooh.
The best sound is the startup to the game when it's the Kojima logo. Dun, 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 The thing,
That's it.
I didn't realise how much I love that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's
I don't know why. I love that.
I forgot about that part. Favourite sound? My favourite sound was the. Favourite sound?
It's not
My
even.
favourite sound is when you eat a ration and it goes.
Yeah. Favourite character? Definitely not Otacon.
Probably is Grey Fox. I think he's cool as fuck.
I like Ocelot. I think Ocelot's pretty
Ocelot's
cool.
cool. Ocelot's camp.
I like Liquid.
Liquid's funny.
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Snake is cool as well.
And then, Jack, you've been sent on a top secret mission. What do you do in this situation?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm no spy. I think I could do a better stealth job than he can.
Yeah, he's
Getting caught by every camera.
He's not a good spy.
Do you reckon you'd kill Metal Gear in the end? You get that far?
Well, I did it. I did the second phase first time.
I think I get to the point.
And to be honest, the bit when he's holding Grey Fox, I was mashing my controller button. So
Do you think you'd survive a sniper?
no, I don't think.
I think I get to the point where we have to crawl an event. I'll be like, oh,
I'm sorry, BA.
oh God.
Apparently the vents like break the game. Like you can glitch through the walls and everything with
Oh,
the
really?
vents.
Shit.
Um,
I think it's wild that when you're in an event, you can do a full 360. Like,
Yeah.
He just like somehow is like contorting his body.
would it be interesting playing the sequels?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've already put the second one on the list.
I would say like until 4, because I haven't played it, they do just get better.
Right.
I do really want to play 3.
3
And I think
is so
I would
good.
play the remaster of 3, which is coming out in April, I believe.
I play. Oh yeah, the
I think genuinely play the original. 'Cause
Oh,
you'll get so much more out of the remake.
Well, it's already on the list. The second one, Sons of Liberty.
Yes. Anyway, back to the rating. So
Yeah.
Tom rated this 8.5
8.5
before, so you've stayed the same. Well, I went for a 7 last time. It's between 2. I think I'm going to go for an 8.
Okay.
I think it could easily be an 8.5. I do think there's some stuff with the story again, which I'm just like, I think the story it tries too hard.
Yeah. The story.
But it tries too hard, but then it's also like doesn't try hard enough in some points.
Yeah.
The balance is different. 8, but it could very well be an 8.5. But I'm sticking with an 8.
Okay.
From my point of view, like I could see this being people's favorite game ever. I could easily see that being a thing. It's not mine.
I could
Okay.
see
But I
it being
could
like a
people grew up
cult
with it.
game, like
Yeah.
people who love it. Like people who played it when it first came out.
Absolutely.
I play every
Adore
year.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anyway,
Yourself.
I see a lot of people complaining about the controls and graphics, but I really don't think either of them are that bad. I think
No, I
think
don't-
it all holds up
I
quite
don't.
well.
Yeah, I mean,
controls are good. And...
controllers are playing on the PlayStation 4.
It's a bit late. There's a bit of latency. I found.
Well, I didn't really think so.
Like I just felt like if I was moving one direction, I flicked it the other way. It wasn't just like a. I don't know if that was like part of the game or
I didn't
like,
notice it.
Steam,
The
I don't know.
only issues
I
with
don't know.
controls really would be when you're on the sniper.
Yeah.
It's not anything where you have to be in first person. Didn't like it.
A cool but very complicated story. I didn't like the big lore dump at the end, but everything was told when everything was told to me all at once. But overall, it was a fun story with a lot of twists and lots to decipher.
Mhm.
I had a lot of fun with this game though, like gameplay wise, and yeah, the story at times was a bit. I didn't really get it. Like I didn't really get what the point of Decoy Octopus was. I didn't really get the point of like the whole
Yeah.
Naomi thing was. But I think gameplay wise, it rescued the game like for me, and I think this might be my favourite game of the Game Club so far.
Whoa.
Okay.
It's a
I thought you would hate this.
It's a 9 out of 10.
So same rating as Ratchet and Clank.
Same rank as yeah, but it's a bit slightly above Ratchet and Clank, I'd say for me.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I don't hate it. I just think I really enjoy it. I do really want to play the next one.
Yeah, I'm glad because the last 3 games haven't really stuck with me. Like, I didn't care for Bioshock. I don't really like Bioshock at all. I thought the gameplay was a bit bland. Hitman was a disaster, and I should have loved Tunic, but I didn't. It just didn't get me the way I wanted it to. So this game's actually kind of rejuvenated my feeling for the Game Club, really, because it's been a hard 3 games for me to play it.
This is a game I'd recommend.
And I do get it. I do
Going
want, and
blind.
I do really want to play the other ones now. Like I actually found myself really
resisting to play 2.
No, not resisting. I found myself resisting playing this one. Like I found myself like, oh, I'm rushing through this game a little bit too much because I'm playing it a lot, and
Yeah, it's a good game.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to. Again, I really want to play the third one.
The third
But I don't want to. I don't want to skip.
I have no
the
idea what the
second
third
one.
one's about.
Oh.
So.
The third
If
one
you
I've
can go
heard
in blind.
is amazing.
Please
I
go
think-
in blind.
I think there's a jungle in the third one.
Yes.
And that's the only bit. That's the,
Go in
literally the only thing I know
Go in
about
as
it.
don't watch any more trailers
Right.
for the remake.
But that is
Go in as blind as you can.
That is the only thing I can tell you about it. Jungle, and he's also got an eye patch and a hat and on the cover. On a beret.
I like it is genuinely probably my second favourite game ever.
Hang on, eye patch. He's got both eyes in this one.
He's a fucking pirate. That's what he is.
What happens to
He's
his
a
eye?
fucking pirate. Pirate snake.
Pirate.
Pirates.
I'm the other clone. I'm one of the 8 clone babies.
Arr!
Alright then. Where's your dice?
Oh, should I go get the
It's
dice?
on the
Hang on.
shelf.
I'll go get the dice.
We all have our own personal dice now. So
We should turn the light on.
I've
Peter,
got
would
the
you like
dice.
to remind us all? Hang on, my thing's broken.
I'll-
Would you like to
I'll-
remind us of all the categories?
I'll grab that. If it's a number 1 on the dice,
Yeah, what?
it's a nostalgic game.
In 2.
It's a game within the last 5 years.
In 3.
It's a game from the 2010s.
In 4.
It's a game from the 2000s.
In 5.
It's a game before 2000.
Oh, Bully special prize number 6.
Random.
Is Metal Gear Solid 2 in the running?
It's at the bottom of the list.
You're on the
No, but it's not like
It's on the main.
it's not no one's choice.
No,
Probably
it's
not,
no
no.
choice. So you can change it, I suppose. It's at the bottom of the reserve
Okay.
list. So roll that dice.
It's a
6.
6.
That's random again. We get
Oh,
so many
God.
fucking randoms. Okay,
Well, we're a bit different on the random
we
list
have a
now.
new random strategy. So actually, could you get a random number generator, and that you can stick between
Could you-
7.
Oh, you've got that.
I think between 17 and 156. I think the last one was. What's the last one on the list? It's the bottom.
What the very last
Yeah.
game?
So what's the number next to it?
Random number generator.
158.
158. So 17 between 17 and 158. So there's a lot of games on that list.
Good lord. Some of them are pretty good though.
Some are very good. Some of them will be
Not so
interesting.
much.
Some will be interesting.
Some of them.
I have a number.
Right, you got to find the game. What it is? What's the
Okay,
number?
I have a number. It's number 20.
It's number 20. What's number 20?
It's quite low.
That's one of the first ones. That might be late.
Okay.
Okay.
Frog Detective: The Entire Mystery.
I am pleased with that.
I've
So,
never heard of it.
Frog Detective: The Entire
No,
Mystery
of it.
it was made by one person. Her name is Grace, and
Okay.
she makes these like they're very short games. They are like literally the first one is about 50 minutes long. And
This is the first
that's the
one.
reason why we've done the entire mystery, because
Oh,
the entire mystery is the first 3 games.
Right.
Because the first game is only 50 minutes long. I have no idea how long the second one is. I have no idea how long the third one is. I never played those 2, but they are
Charming.
weird, very cute games, very charming games.
Are they going to be as small as the first one? Do you think?
I have no idea. I don't.
We
think-
might get to the second one. It's an 80-hour game.
I think in total it'll be
No.
no longer than like 4 hours. So weird. I wasn't expecting
No.
Frog Detective.
No, I was I don't think that was ever going to be.
I wasn't expecting Frog Detective to come up today.
Good thing about the random list. We don't think we'd ever have done it.
Like go from Metal Gear to Frog Detective.
You're a
It is-
detective
It is,
and a
it is such a fucking change.
Okay.
We'll see you next month for
Yeah.
the Game
Frog
Club.
Detective.
Frog Detective. It's May.
Ribbit.
It's my Ribbit.
Remember to waggle those joysticks to avoid Meryl dying.
blow those cartridges.
Make sure you resist the
Resist
torture.
Resist torture.
Mash that fucking square button.